everybody. I'm Christa,
Kevin.
and we are the husband and wife team behind LCRC Raceway. Thank you so much for joining us for this week's edition of Hump Day Happy Hour. And this is a special edition because it is the Flashpoint season opener, special edition, first race of the year 2025.
It sure is.
Yeah.
Here we are.
We're here. We made it.
Flashpoint season opener.
It's true. Hey, we're trying something new with the audio tonight, so please let us know in the comments if we sound okay or if I need to do any adjustments. I have heard some feedback that we need to be louder, so we are going to be louder.
Do I need to be louder?
You do.
I do?
Oop, I just made you a little too loud.
All right.
Yeah, T-minus negative 8 hours, that would be accurate since people are here.
Yeah, negative 8 hours. Yeah. It is time, right?
It's officially time.
Yeah. They were rolling in yesterday and all day today. Yeah, place is I don't want to say half full, but there's quite a few here. Oh no.
Now what?
I don't know. I don't have the ability to address that situation. So Adeline is currently calling in on Mom's phone. So we're going to try and multitask as we not only do we host Happy Hour and the beginning of our season opener, but we're still parents at the same time.
Parents, all at the same time.
Yeah.
Dad, if you're on, if you could go check on Adeline, that would be fantastic.
Yeah.
Hopefully Dad is tuning
in between parking campers and doing all the things.
Or if somebody has eyes on Dad in the parking lot. I was trying to work on something because I have... Why don't you talk for a second?
I'm actually... I've seen a few comments over there. Shane Yoder says the biggest entry count for a season opener. I believe it's 327, I think, is the season opener record, I think. I'll have to go back and dig in the archives to confirm that. But yeah, I believe it's 327. So, always an option or a possibility to break records. You never know. But we're grateful for the ones that come, and to the ones that don't, we'll see you next time. So it's all good. We, the weather, Christa has a video track walk prepared. And when we were sitting here getting ready, I'm assuming it's like the opening screen of that video was on one of our monitors. And, it made me remember that, a couple weeks ago, we were, we couldn't build the track because it wouldn't stop raining and everything was so wet. And then till we finally got it dried up enough to work on the track, then it went to Sahara Desert dry. And so we built the track, not out of muddy material, but we built the track out of, pretty wet material, and jumps went together real nice and things rolled in well, but then it sat dry. And those of you who do dirt work, when you, build jumps and roll in wet stuff and then it gets to dry, it cracks and it kind of looks weird. And the one still shot that Christa had of the track was, the one jump was, it was all broke up. Not broke up like falling apart broke up, but like it had the big cracks in it. And, we've been trying to put water on it all day. It's hard to get ahead of it now once it gets that dry on top. So we are actively working on that. And, not to spoiler alert things for later conversation, but a couple days ago or maybe last week, the weather forecast for Saturday was like rain all day and doom and gloom.
Not anymore.
No, now it is, some late PM showers Friday night and a chance of a little shower into the AM on Saturday, and not a total washout, not like our local weather that I kind of rely on. They harp about how behind in rain amounts we are. I think we're like 4 point some odd inches not in a drought, but like in a rainfall deficit. Yeah, thank you. And their comments this morning were, whatever rain we get overnight Friday night into Saturday morning is not going to help our rain deficit whatsoever. So I mean, honestly, I'm really.
I mean, listen, we're to the point right now where when they're watering the track, it is drying as fast as they're watering. Yeah. If you guys look at that initial picture that we put out of the layout picture, we always try to water that so you can really see the track versus the other areas. Kevin's like calling me. He's like, hey, get the drone out. It's drying as fast as we're watering it. Yeah. So, listen, the boys are here now. They are working really hard to keep some moisture into the dirt.
For sure.
And the fact that is so hard to do just speaks volumes to how ready LCRC is for some rain. If you've been here before, some overnight rain on Friday into Saturday morning, we'll love it. The track will love it.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, I want to preview that, yes, Kevin alluded to the track walk. I have a track walk video I'm going to share. You guys may have seen a clip of it. I'm trying to also show you a current shot from outside, but for some reason it's landscape mode instead of portrait, so it looks on a side. So I will show you guys who's already out back, but you'll just have to turn your head this way to watch it.
You have a live shot from outside?
It's not a live shot. I just went and videoed and I was going to share it, but I can't get it to go up. We're going to talk about the food truck menus for who's here on Friday Night Social, and then a little preview of what we've got going on yard sale this weekend, some exciting stuff there. And then we also have some product spotlights that we're going to cover for tonight. That along with lots of details about this weekend's race, the Flashpoint season opener. But before we do anything, I just want to jump in the comments and talk to our friends real quick. Say hello to everyone.
Yeah, a lot.
So hi to Brock. Thank you for joining us. Happy race week.
Hi, Tim.
Hi to Tim. Yep, there's Robin and Shane and Michelle. Hi, Alex. He's on site at the moment. There are the emojis. Hello. Our buddy Mike is on, and Shane Yoder. Hi to Cooper Phillips, and Tiny says that he's on his way. He'll be here in the morning. That's wonderful.
Nice.
Dave Taylor, hello to you. Hi, Rob Caruso. He's also on site.
When was the last time you saw Dave Taylor?
Only pictures on Facebook.
Listen, I like to make the reference about, he's Schreffler skinny. But obviously, Dave Taylor's like, his frame is twice the size of Schreffler. He's
literally twice the height of
Schreffler. But Dave's like, wow.
Okay.
Doing a great job.
There's our buddy Dennis. Hello to you. Mike says, do I really have to pay to leave a comment? No, you don't have to pay to leave a comment.
I mean, you can if you'd like.
I mean, sure. Address is 29207. Just send checks there. But no, you can just leave a comment.
Yeah.
The weather is so nice.
It is.
Yeah. There's Alan Placer. He is currently on site as well. There's Ryan. Hello.
Hey, Barnes.
Jason is packing up. He's ready. Over there on YouTube, we've got Ron G. Hi, wish I was coming down, hoping for the main race. Oh, I'm sorry. That was Rob G, not Ron G. That got confusing quick.
I don't even know where you see that at.
Over here.
Oh,
and then Mike Treeshorn says, we'll see us in the morning. Awesome. Looking forward to that.
Dave's down 113 pounds.
Oh, my gosh.
Holy cow.
Absolutely amazing. Okay, I am going to show you the video, so everyone prepare to put your heads sideways, and I will show you the current state outside.
Well, how long ago did you shoot that video?
Right before I came downstairs.
Because there's been like 6 rigs pull in since then.
Yeah, so this is outside. We got lots of people already on site, so that's amazing. Super glad. And now I also want to... I would like to do the track walk. Are you ready to go to the track walk?
Oh, Rob the Canadian. There you go.
Honestly, I'm wearing my glasses and it's still hard. YouTube's text is itty. So we could have our track walk be under upcoming events. It is the closest upcoming event. It is starting now.
Starts at probably 9 or 10 a.m. Yeah.
This is not Way Back Wednesday. This would be the opposite of Way Back Wednesday. It is right now Wednesday.
Right now.
So I want to pull up the track walk. And then, Kevin, if you would be so kind to kind of walk us around the track.
I'd love to.
That would be amazing. I have to find it. And
there you go. Yeah, see that? Can they see? Can they see that?
And now they can.
Yeah, so this frame is what I was looking at a while ago when she was, finishing up the IT stuff. And, I mean, it's a smooth surface, but it's got all those big cracks in it from the sun beating on that dirt. So
yeah. Okay, so this is your first
straightaway.
Obviously, this is the direction of the track. We did have some questions.
Into the original start straight through turn 2. The straightaway is about 220 feet long. Dives down inside, back up onto the top deck. This will be one of the trickiest turns on the track. You got to make this turn tight, and some with the skills will be able to pay the bills on the double. The rest of us are going to roll that jump. Going up the hill, nice uphill double, back into what we call the OG off camber, kind of the area that started the whole track. Down through the center rollers. These are super fast, super flowing. Mm-hmm. You got plenty of time to get good and squared up for this nice flowing double. Easy to make, no hard lander. Left turn, just over a little bit of a dirt mound. Another left turn. This is the big jump. This is what we'll call the Supercross front stretch jump or something close. Super easy to make, lots of air. Into the classic LCRC triple anthill section. Round number 1, round number 2, back around number 3, and then into a small, easy-made double up onto the raised turn on the far left on the J Concepts corner. Down a couple dirt stair steps right here, super easy. And then probably the trickiest part of the track, we have a dirt wagon wheel. Around the half wagon wheel, and then a little bit of a chicane over another dirt hump onto the front straightaway, completing a lap. The race line is 971 feet. And like I said, that straightaway from coming onto the front stretch right there at the beginning of pit road through this entrance into I'll say the beginning of the track is roughly 225 feet. So lots of high speed there. The majority of the rest of the track is fairly technical and low speed, except for maybe that roller section down through the center. Mm-hmm. So, it's not just all wide open crazy stuff. It just has a section. This off camber turn, like I said before, that's one of the obstacles that sort of, without me getting into a long story, it's one of the reasons that we even have a track. And if we have time, I'll explain on that old story at some point. But no, the jumps are all pretty easy to make, except for that one downhill, which really wasn't intended on being easy to make. Flowing, nice wide landers. I really don't feel like there's any do or die sections. There's nothing really that if you come up short, it's going to kick you over. Things really seem to be, pretty flowing and easy going. So
yeah. Let us know in the comments what you think. I think this is a fantastic track layout. I love, everyone when they were seeing the overhead shot, they all thought, wow, this is super fast, because that overhead drone shot always does this thing where it looks like it's nothing. Like there's no jumps, there's no excitement. But that's why this track walk was so important, because it really does show the technical side of the track.
Yeah, I agree that drone shot is very deceiving, or any aerial shot, especially when we have that issue where we couldn't get it watered hard enough, fast enough. The differences in color tones just from the watering and the drying throws it off, the look.
Yeah.
We've oftentimes had people, when they see the overhead shot, they're always like, so where are the jumps at? Like, where are the jumps? And I'm like, you gotta have boots on the ground to really to see it and realize you know, I think we've historically been pretty known for like the off camber, maybe not the wildest jumps in the world, but like we always have off camber elevation, you know, weird stuff like that. Which I truly believe is like that's off road.
Yeah.
You know, we don't call it RC Supercross. It's 8 scale off road.
Yeah.
You know, and you got to drive it. Ain't no doubt.
Shane said 2 years of racing carpet and dirt, and we've yet to encounter a wagon wheel. Always wanted to. Can't wait to see it break people. Yeah. There'll be people that love and there'll be people that hate the wagon wheel. I imagine it will be falling apart, but please know that's part of the design.
Yeah. So the ideal wagon wheel is so hard to build and like make it like, you know, super rolling and easy, not easy, but like this one, like you said, it's going to blow out. Like there's going to be holes, you know, when you go out for round 1, you're going to be like, oh yeah, kind of getting used to it at the end. And then when you go back out for round 2, it's going to be totally different because the line you were using in round 1, just like everybody else, now is full of holes. So you're going to be, you know, ducking further in or further out to try and avoid some of those holes. And, you know, it'll be, it'll separate. There's no doubt.
For sure.
Yeah.
Our buddy Tony E is in the comments and he said, what's up guys? What's up guys? The track looks sick. Thank you so much. We can't wait to have you.
Try.
And then Paul says, definitely like the new layout. The crossover was cool until you had to marshal it. Yeah, that's the thing about crossovers. So we always say.
I'm. Yeah, I'm. It's not my favorite obstacle ever. I can tell you that.
Yeah, that's for sure. Hey, just FYI, I know you love looking at me, but you should look at me in that camera up there because when you do turn your head towards me, it does mess with the audio a little bit.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm just giving you a heads up because I don't want notes from Johnny. Johnny gave us some feedback on how we should redo our audio, so we're trying something new for him. Brian Allen says wild jumps are fun. You know what? I like that big Supercross jump. I think it's exciting in the track. I think it's fun. Yeah.
So when we were building, and it was, I don't even remember what night was it. Thursday night. What night were we out there at almost midnight? I think it was Thursday. Last Thursday, right? Last Thursday, right?
I think it was.
Anyway, the main build night, where we built 3/4 of the track in like 6 hours, and when we were building that, what I'm going to call the Supercross jump, I just didn't. I'm standing behind it, looking at the takeoff, and I'm like, dude, that's not like it. The takeoff's crooked from the landing, and we had like 4 sets of eyes out there looking at it, and I'm not gonna lie, I was wore out at that point because I had been out there doing stuff almost all day, and I got back in my cat and I said, you guys figure it out. And long story short, they kind of decided that the takeoff was good. It was that the lander was lower on one side than the other, which really doesn't affect. I was concerned that when you jumped the takeoff, it was pointing you toward the oncoming straightaway. And you know, I'm always super hyper aware of like I don't want cars jumping in the opposing lane and all that stuff. So long story short, after Cody jumped it 5-6 times, and then he left Big John drive the car and jump it, and no one had issue, you know, taking off the face of the lander or take off and landing on the landing jump. And there is like a split second blind spot depending on where you stand on the driver's stand that you lose your car for like a millisecond at the base of the takeoff.
Yeah.
Which Cody said it's too late at that point. Like you're already full commit. You just lose it for a millisecond and everything's fine.
Lose it for a marshal.
Yeah. So, and I watched.
It'd be kind of fun to try to make them race without marshals, but
when we got finished putting the pipe on Monday night, we did it. We usually let a couple of the guys that help build the track we let them run a battery or two under e-cars as like a reward
Test.
for helping put the pipe down, and we get to make sure everything flows, and we test the loop, and like
Make sure
we use it.
The landings are all doable. That there's nothing that's do or die.
Yeah, like we didn't make sure we didn't make any mistakes,
Mm-hmm.
and of course, we got the pipe down Monday night. It was late. Everybody was beat, and Burns was the only one that had a car, but everybody was tired, so we didn't make a lap.
Yeah.
And then yesterday, I left Alex go out and run his e-car for a battery, and everything flowed pretty well. There was no real issues, and it was pretty good. So I'm happy for that.
An estimated start time for practice tomorrow?
I'm shooting for 9, loosely promising 10.
Okay.
So
you heard it here first.
Yeah. Should be around 9, but we had a couple problems today. First of all, we flooded the track early, and I'm trying to teach Alex Burns a little more about running the fire hose and watering the track.
Yep.
And we did have a little. I think I was basically talking to him and had him distracted. And on the front stretch, right at the end of pit road, we have a little bit of a soft spot because we had a big puddle this morning that we didn't sweep off when we should have. But I have that soft spot to contend to in the morning if it's not dried up enough, and then obviously we'll water the rest of the track one more time, and when it's ready, we'll open her up.
Did have a question, says, do you expect parking for late show ups, or how much Outback is reserved? So actually, I'll tell you what, let's take a look, and I can show you the map, and that'll give you a really good idea of, oh no, it won't. Okay, hold on. I gotta do a different way.
So I'll talk to you for a minute while she's looking for the track map or facility map. We do have reserve spots, which are, I think we're 3 short of being sold out for the season.
Yeah.
We do have what we call primitive parking, which is first come, first serve. At an event like this, the front row of primitive first come, first serve will usually be gone by Thursday evening, Friday morning.
So when he's talking about primitive, oh, yeah, well, my cursor, it doesn't show up. Anyway, the primitive is behind Camper Lot 2.
Yeah.
Camper Lot 2 is all pre-reserved and sold out, but all that parking behind, also all of that parking ahead of there, that pit lot 1, that is an excellent place to actually do your pitting. So it'll depend on entries, exactly how stingent my dad is about if he lets you park cars there, or if it'll just be tents. But there is electric available. You would just need an extension cord to plug into that area. And although in this picture it's grass, half of that now is rock, so that would even, the stone would make it really nice if we did get that inclement weather on Saturday morning.
Yeah, it depends on, like when you ask about parking, or if you're talking about parking a motorhome camper or a race trailer versus if you're just talking about, hey, I'm pulling into my pickup, me and my buddy want to throw up an easy up and have a place to pit. Yeah. There's multiple options that are super, super great, even Saturday morning. So if you do pull in Saturday morning,
the best thing to do is if you pull in Saturday morning, why don't you just come into the hobby shop? Kendall and I will be here. You can come right in, and this goes for anybody, anytime, not just Saturday morning. But if you come and you're not sure where to go, I promise you there's a place for you and a good place for you. So just come in the hobby shop. Let us know that you're new. You're not 100% sure where to go. Kendall and I will radio for someone to take you for a ride on the golf cart. They can kind of show you the different options, show you around, and tell you kind of the lay of the land, and hopefully make you a friend or two. So somebody to kind of show you around and let you know what to expect while you're here. That's something that we always try to offer, and we do really appreciate those people who offer to be those friends. So just a special thank you to the people that help the other people. No truck, just an easy up, I think is what it says. No truck and easy up. Yeah.
Yeah.
So no problem. I'm just going to transition back to that map for 1 second. So I will say for anyone who is changing their mind and is going to come and interested into electric spot for a trailer, the 7, 8, 9, and 10 and 11, there's only one of those that are reserved. The rest are 2 of those that are reserved.
Well,
there's a couple of those spots open.
7 sold for the year. 8 is only a 15 amp, very small spot. I think 9 is reserved for this race, but 9, 10, and 11 are generally open.
I also wanted to tell you that we do have a camper. There's one camper that is not yet reserved. I am willing to negotiate on the price of that a bit. So if anyone's interested in renting the Summerlin camper for this Flashpoint season opener, please contact me in the morning. And I'm interested in doing some wheeling and dealing on that to have it be rented for this weekend.
Wow. I've never heard you say that.
I know, but I've already paid to have it cleaned. And so now I'm like, I want to recoup a little money. How about that? So anyway, that's kind of covers some of that stuff. Shane Lauk said Pit Lot 1 is great for an easy up. Thank you. Yeah, I agree. Dominic says, can I reserve a spot in the Stones, Pit Lot 1? I got $7. Hey, interesting that you brought this up. No, I will not reserve for $7, but there is something I am planning on doing for our next race, which is I am going to allow pre-reservation of Pit Lot 1 for people who want to rent a tent, table, and chair in advance. So that is something you'll be able to reserve, and we will put up and have a reserved spot for you in Pit Lot 1 if you do want to have a tent, table, and chair for the weekend. So
there you go.
There'll be more information for that. We didn't get it quite together for this race, but that is something that we are going to do. If you are interested in renting a tent, table, or chair, those things are available. Just please call us ahead of time so we can make sure that we have those available for you. Mike says, hi Mike.
Hi, Mike.
Camper for free? No.
She said discount, not donation.
That's true. Sean says, wish I could make it this weekend. Wishing everyone good luck. Thank you. Justin, if you're interested, just give me a call. I'm gonna wheel with the first person I talk to about it. So I'm not gonna. I don't want to get into a bidding war with it. Yeah. Mark Logan said the track looks awesome. Can't believe spring break vacation was the same time as the opener. Oh.
Yeah, I will say the calendar.
It was weird this year.
Yes, the calendar was very difficult between holidays and weekends, and it just this was probably one of the more difficult schedules to build due to the calendar, like when things fell. But yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. Okay, so let's talk about the schedule of events for the opener. I had it all geared up and ready to go, but then I clicked off of it. So I'm just going to pull up the schedule here. Talk for a minute so I don't look like I'm
I'm trying. I gotta. Oof. Aye. Yeah.
Hasn't even started yet, babe.
Oh no, honey, it's 4 days from over. People, it's funny. So I appreciate everyone coming and they're always like, oh man, we're so excited to get here. Like, are you ready for this big weekend? And because like they think that like we have like this mountain of work to do to get through this race, and I'm like, dude, are you kidding me? Like, it's 4 days from over.
Well,
like,
most of our work has started over the last month, is what he's trying to say. Mark said, just for future reference, can I park a fifth wheel in the overflow and run a generator? Absolutely. Yeah, there's plenty of room for that.
You bet.
Sean says he'll be there tomorrow evening. Wonderful. I'm so excited to have you. Jason says, I'm confused. Last year's opener was freezing. Yes, I'm confused too, and I like it. Yeah. So Jimmy says, who's announcing? I hope Ed is recovering well. Ed is still recovering, and
Yeah.
Alex Schultz will be announcing. Kevin is going to be running back up and help for him, and I'm going to help where I can as well. But Alex is our main guy. He's very excited, and I'm excited for him. He's a young guy, and he's bringing a little bit of fresh blood to the LCRC crew. I like it. So, hey, let's talk about the schedule. Here is the flyer for the weekend. Like Kevin alluded, tomorrow's practice is going to start earlier than advertised. It was advertised to be noon to 8, but you better be here between 9 and 10 if you want to do an early morning, because that's going to be when it starts. Even though it is going to start practice a little early, the hobby shop will not open officially until 11. If basically what it comes down to, guys, is that Kevin and I and my dad and Alex will be working hard to try to get parts out and to get the store organized. If we're able to open early, we will, but please don't stand out and knock.
Yeah.
We promise we'll open at 11, and if we're able to open before that, the open sign will be on. Just because we're there doesn't mean it's always a perfect time to shop. We try to be as accommodating as possible, but there are certain times of the day or the night where we have to get some restocks done, or other pull and ship orders that come in overnight. So just be aware that there might be somebody in the store, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they can open for you all the time on Thursday and Friday. Obviously, when we're racing, it's a different situation. We'll do anything we can to get you in the hobby shop to keep you going for your racing. But for practice, it's sometimes just, if we're opening a little bit, it might just be a little bit, especially Thursday morning.
Yeah. And, like you said, we're trying to basically take care of every angle, whether it's the guy from Oklahoma that's ordering Custom Works parts, or the racer out back that ordered a pickup order overnight so that they were sure they didn't miss out on getting the part the next morning.
Yeah.
It takes a lot to make sure that everybody gets or that we meet everyone's expectation of what we've promised to provide for them. So
yeah,
it takes a hot minute sometimes.
Promise that we will do the absolute best we can to get you in as soon as possible. We want you to come shopping, I promise.
For sure.
Back over to the flyer. So then that will be on Thursday. On Friday, the hobby shop will open at 9 a.m. and be open till 6. Practice is advertised for noon to 7, most likely going to start a little earlier than that on Friday.
Yeah, Friday morning we're usually pretty sharp on the 9 a.m. start. Yeah. We just advertise the noon thing, in case we have some issues and things go sideways, that we have that built-in buffer that we're not underselling or underproviding what we're selling.
Yeah, we want to make sure that we have leeway in case there needs to be track work or things like that. Then we are going to have our LCRC social that kicks off at 7 o'clock. I'm very excited this time. We have a brand new food truck coming on Friday. Kevin, do you remember the menu?
Well, I was thinking of this earlier when you mentioned the food truck menus, and I can provide that for you if you but no, I have a pretty good idea. So
I know it was mac and cheese.
He's Dwayne Hart. He's doing mac and cheese. It's not a pulled pork sandwich. It is a pork loin slice sandwich wrapped in bacon with, I don't know, some ooh la la something like it. This sounds like a good. Yeah.
There was also pulled chicken.
Pulled chicken, and
another side.
He was also working on another side or two. Yeah. And then Olivia's fresh cut fries.
Yeah. And they confirmed they're very excited to come back. So Olivia's will be back for your side of French fries that I know you guys all need.
Yeah.
And we will also be doing the cornhole. It's $5 per person to participate in the cornhole
tournament.
And we'll pay out to the top 3 teams.
So Harry just moved in today, so he'll be here through the day. I don't think he's opening tomorrow, but he'll be here through the day, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna I think we're having both the extra trucks from 5 p.m. on Friday and Saturday, I believe.
Oh wow.
I think.
Okay.
Yeah. So. Yeah. Lots going on there.
I want to jump in to a couple things.
Okay.
I'm coming out for the next race, my first road trip with the RV.
EV.
With the
electric
EV?
vehicle.
It looks like there's a Tesla charger nearby. Yes, the Sheets in Mifflintown. It's less than 4 miles up the road. Dominic says LCRC needs online registration for races. Thank you for the feedback. Mark says, sorry I had to step away, but I caught the tail end. Can you answer my last question again? Oh, I would have to remember your last question. Can you park with fifth wheel? Yes, you can.
Yeah,
you can
of course.
park with fifth wheel. Yes, we all love Alex Schultz. He is the man. What time does practice end?
8 p.m. Thursday and 7 p.m. on Friday.
Okay, I'm going to stop by on Sunday and watch the races. Awesome, Dave. Yeah, make sure you stop in the hobby shop and say hello. Ron wants to know how to get a fancy Flashpoint shirt like Kevin's wearing, but Sean is like wondering where our LCRC swag is tonight.
Well, so I don't know what her reasoning is, but I actually, so when I placed my Mugen order it came yesterday, so yesterday, Tuesday, I placed it last Wednesday or Thursday. I actually I tried to order a Flashpoint hat by part number on my parts order. Like I didn't ask for a favor. I didn't say, hey, send me a new hat. I tried to order one as a paying customer part, and apparently they don't have any. So anyway, I was digging in my stash upstairs, and I always try to keep a couple non-LCRC shirts in my stash in my closet, so if I ever actually do get to go away to a big race, that I have some non-jacked up shirts to wear. And lo and behold, I found a brand new freshy Flashpoint t-shirt up there. So yeah,
pretty cool.
Broke that out.
Ron G said about the little donut peeps when we were talking about the food trucks. They are supposed to be coming in June and July. So
Leo's coming June and July?
That's the plan.
Sweet.
He has not 100% confirmed for July yet, but he has for June. So I'm hoping to have them both in June and July, but those are the only events they'll be here. They have the mini donuts and the tacos.
Oh, yeah.
Greg Harmer says something I feel is so true. Crazy how quickly this race came up. I swear I saw the 100-day countdown last week. I feel the same way.
Yeah, and you know what? Mugen Challenge is in 2 weeks, and Christmas is only like 6 weeks away. Just FYI.
Actually, the craziest thing is that literally the next race, which is Northeast Showdown, is that right?
Yeah.
Is 17 days away.
No.
It's 17 days after this.
Yeah, away from Monday. Yeah.
I mean, like, listen.
Mm-hmm.
17 days after this race.
Yeah, 2 weeks and 3 days.
I mean, listen, it's awesome because you guys will finally get to come back, and you'll be so excited to come back again, and you only have to wait 17 days.
Yeah, so that means we have 2 weekends off and then another race.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 3-4 weeks.
Hey, you guys might as well just stay. We'll just...
It's true.
Yeah.
Just
we'll
move in,
for
guys.
2 weeks. And,
I like it. Do you have any Mugen or Flashpoint banners for sale? I don't think so, no.
Nope.
I wish I did have a bunch extra.
Here's the gig on that. Actually, they may actually sell them on their website. I'm not sure, but the problem is that there's just not enough to go around. So we were actually a couple Mugen banners short of really achieving what we wanted this spring. So yeah, unfortunately, I got nothing for you in that department.
So true. So Caden said should be out for the weekend. Can't wait to see the track. Can't wait to have you, Caden.
Oh,
yeah, it is. It's really close, and that's because we had to move. I mean, you guys know that most of the time our races fall on the same week of the month.
Next to the last Saturday of the month.
And obviously that was Easter this year. We don't do races on top of big holiday weekends, so that moved us around.
Well, and we got double bumped because it was Easter fell a week late, and then Memorial Day. Well, how was it? Memorial Day was a week late, so we had to bump our race up a week early. And I think Yeah, I don't know. Like I said earlier, the scheduling this year for 2025 was the most difficult scheduling year I think I've had in a really long time.
And it still landed us on top of some other stuff. And I mean, that's all you can do.
Yeah.
How late can we practice tomorrow? Tomorrow's practice is until 8 o'clock. Guys, I just want to show you on the website real quick, in case you have any questions after we're done about what's going on. I want to show you how to find all this information I'm showing you.
Yeah.
If you go to LCRC and then race at LCRC, here's your 2025 off-road schedule. If you scroll down right below the schedule, here are, and I'm working on the rest of these, but here are links to each of these events. When you click on that, I try to include the flyer and then any other information I've posted in any posts along the way. So if there was something posted on Facebook, on Instagram, on whatever, I try to also include that here. That it obviously excludes videos. But again, you just go Race LCRC and then 2025 schedule, and then it's that link right below that picture of the schedule will take you to that information. So that way, in case you have any questions that we missed.
Yeah, and I will tell you, she works very hard on having this information be correct, and being one of the avenues in which she submits what's the word, proofreading to, and I fail at it most of the time. But anyway, I will tell you that she works really hard at this information being available to you. So please take advantage of it. It's a great source to find out all your answers to all your questions. Yeah. And check it out.
So Mr. Malone asked about the entry fee. That is also on that flyer that was on the page. So the entry is $50 per class if you're paying cash, or it's $60 per class for credit card here at the store. So yeah, those are your costs, except for if you're under 10 years old.
10 and under.
And then I need to see your driver's license for that. That was a joke.
Yeah, I got it. It was funny.
Thanks.
It's funny.
No, kids 10 and under are $10.
Do you make Adeline pay entry fee?
I should start.
No, you shouldn't.
I should start.
Well, then, yeah.
Anyway.
Okay.
Hey, babe.
Yeah.
Is your back hurt like my back hurts?
I got this thing at the
Really? Right? Is it right
here?
here?
Yes.
Look it. Right there?
No, mine's higher.
Oh, gosh. Mine's right there. Hey, I told them that we were going to show them a product.
Yeah, I got a couple.
Are you ready to do a product spotlight?
Sure.
So let's talk about... Oh, wait. I have to get out of studio mode. Let's talk about what is hot in the hobby shop.
So...
I need like some sound.
Our friends at J Concepts made me aware of this new tire. It is called the Arena. It is currently only available in pre-mount. Okay. It is... Are you trying to pull up the thing for it? Okay. So, if I remember correctly, the sales pitch for this tire is that it provides incredible forward drive. So if you're looking for straightforward traction, drive out of a corner, this new Arena tire is going to be for you. We just got them today, so of course I have no personal feedback for you. Although I will tell you, I did pull a set of these white-wheeled ones for me. Maybe I'll get to run them about Halloween.
What's the part number in that one?
That is a 4114-12 for white or 22 for yellow pre-mount. I did bring a bag of the yellow ones in just for reference.
Okay.
So that's cool. I'm actually anxious to hear some feedback from some of the drivers this weekend. We do have a couple dozen of these available in pre-mount, again, in white and yellow. And they just came today. So super hot, super fresh, ready to rip.
Yep. And just as a reminder, if you order anything on the website, you can always choose pickup and pick them up in here in store. What else you got for us, dear?
So this is the new Costworks 8-scale buggy tire gluing jig. I've seen quite a few of these recently. Some 3D printed ones, some machined ones. This one is seemingly an injection molded version. It's got some spring-loaded clips. These tires are glued, so I can't pry them apart, but I will put it in there for fitment. You put the tire and the wheel in, and obviously you close the lid, and it'll clip tight so that you can glue it. Really well built piece. Those of you who know me know I'm not a real big fan of the tire gluing jigs in general, but I will tell you,
I like this one.
Yeah, this is a very well built piece. I'm really impressed with the construction. It's only $45, and I mean the Costworks stuff it's been really well built, and I've been really happy with all of their lines of products over the last couple years. So I'm actually, not that I'm looking forward to gluing 8-scale tires, but I might actually give this one a try when I get a chance. So check it out. We have a couple more in stock. It has been a pretty hot seller, so I'm sure they'll be gone before too long. But that's my two hottest in the hobby shop right now.
Yeah.
I know there's other new stuff, and I apologize if I'm not, covering all of it. But it's been a whirlwind this week, just trying to get glow plugs. Did your dad tell you what Horizon did to us on P3 Golds?
No.
Yeah, they sent us 19 of them individually broken up.
I hate when they do that.
Anyway,
I have a question before you move on.
All right.
Does that tire glue thing have a 10-scale variation?
Nah,
Not that I saw.
I don't think so.
I'll do a little research on that for next time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Does leap year count?
That's
Leap?
for being 10 years old.
Oh. Yeah.
Dominic, are you coming this weekend? Please don't kick the camera.
Sorry. It's either kick the camera or kick the dog.
Yeah, I didn't know that Maxie was down there.
I've got 2 sets if you want to glue some up tomorrow.
We alluded to a little... I wanted to share that Dennis Brew will be live right after this on the Dennis Brew page. On Facebook, he's going to do the...
after show.
Yeah, the recap, the after show.
Dum, dum, dum.
Dum, dum, dum. So excited to watch that. I know what I was going to say. I know we alluded to yard sale.
Oh.
For this weekend, can we share a little bit about our special yard sale that's going on this weekend?
So, another one of the great things that Ed used to take care of a couple times, we would have a literal in-person yard sale in the carport, like where Christa does the cornhole sign up. And Ed and Shane would run that while I was up at the Oval doing the Nitro Late Model gig. So since the Oval's tore up and we can't really do any of that, that kind of frees me up a little bit for Friday night. So I think we're gonna try and do an in-person actual physical yard sale out under the carport on Friday night during cornhole.
Yeah,
so
we have some goodies.
Yeah, we got a bunch of stuff, and
Cool thing about that is that Kevin will be present. So if you want to do a little wheeling and dealing,
yeah, money talks. Let's do it.
Yeah. And that will just be cash though. So that's what I wanted to tell you.
Yeah. Yard sale will be cash only.
Yep. Just because honestly, I can't run the credit card machine out back, and I don't want to be running back and forth through the store. Hey, Cash Money. Hey.
Wait.
What?
Tim, where's my orange shirt? That's all I want to know.
Hi, Tim. Good to see you. Adeline was just asking about Tim not very long ago.
Yeah. Want to know when Tim was coming to live with us for a month?
Oh, yeah. So,
Yeah.
what was she talking about Tim? I can't think of what it was now. Oh, no, I know. We were reading through the comments of all the people that wished her a happy birthday. And we hit Tim, and I said, you remember Tim? He was here in the summer. So, and she did, of course.
Yeah.
Anyway, so super, super exciting. What else, babe? I will tell you.
I'm exhausted.
Yeah, Max is going to not be here this weekend. Please don't be mad at me. He loves people too much, and I am really.
Do you ever? Oh, you can't show him a clip of the video from putting pipe down.
Oh, I wish I could. Oh, you guys should have seen Max. Okay, so Max loves people. Guys. Max loves people. So if you're new or if you haven't hung out with us on Hump Day, Max is our rescue French bulldog. He's adorable, but he's a brute, and we love him very much. Took him out of the track when we were putting the pipe down. First problem was every single person that is trying to hit a nail into the pipe in order to fasten the pipe down, Max wanted to be right there. And so he under the nail. It's like, Max, you can't be there. Then he kept getting the zoomies, and let me just tell you.
So, I don't think it was a Supercross jump. I think it was the other big double going the other way.
Yes.
He
No, it was the one that went this way.
No, that was second.
Oh, okay.
So first he takes off for this big double, and Burns and a couple of them are like, oh, he's gonna double it, and he brake checked and rolled the jump. Yeah. Right. Yeah. We all laughed. We all laughed. You know, ha ha ha. And it was like 5-10 minutes later. We're over by the little double going up one of the race turn. I kid you not, he was like 3 feet short of doubling that jump.
Oh my gosh.
He was insane.
Flying around the track, living his best life. He kept rolling in the dirt. I had to take him in and give him a bath afterwards. He was just like, oh, I don't even know how to properly explain how excited that dog was to be on the track.
I'll tell you, he was almost as excited as I would be if Tim would actually get me the orange Mukin shirt I've been dying for like 6 years.
Oh my gosh. Anyway, he slept very well, and then I sent a video to all the guys the next day of Max going out to go to the bathroom in the morning, which he didn't go out until at 7:30 or so. Yeah. Which is so funny because usually at 5:30 he's ready to go outside for the first time. At 7:30 he's walking out to the grass and he's like, 1 step, 2 steps. He's really going slow all the way out there.
As he should have been.
Yes.
Holy crap.
But anyway,
crazy.
Then Taylor showed up today and gave him a bone. And he was the happiest dog in the world. So, but he is going to the dog sitter for the weekend. And honestly, for his own safety, we don't have the time to teach him the proper etiquette about the track and the people and what he should be doing. So it's not fair to him to have him in a situation where he is set up for failure because we can't train him properly in that situation. So anyway, that's the Max story. According to Max, is the fast line high or low through the Daytona? He really liked the high line in Daytona. He was really up high in the fluff, wasn't he? He started digging a hole.
Literally banking off the wall. At one point he ran across the track and was like let's say he was up by Dave Tom's pole and came across the track, headed straight for the headed straight for the X-ray pit area.
And I mean straight for that chain link fence.
Banked off the chain link fence.
With his feet.
And went straight toward Harry's corner, banked off the fiberglass wall, and just kept going. Yeah. Dude, what is wrong with you?
I know. It was crazy. He was so excited.
How he didn't get a paw through that chain link fence?
Oh, I don't know. There was no stopping him. There was no stopping it. It was wild.
Dude's crazy.
Oh, my
Dude's
gosh.
crazy.
Oh, yeah. Crazy.
Yeah.
A quick house update, since we'll tell something personal.
Oh, yeah. Shane asked about
Yeah.
Oak Island. Yeah.
I saw
no treasures. No treasures.
But there's been an exciting development in the Curse of Oak Island in Oakland Mills. We have acquired what's the guy's name that does the metal detecting?
Gary Drayton.
We have acquired a Gary Drayton. We just call her Adeline. Adeline got a metal detector for her birthday. So she is going to be searching for treasure on the farm. So that's pretty fun and exciting. We're excited to do that together. And she also got we got Clue. She got several board games for her birthday. So we got Clue and we got this other junior detective. So I'm like, hey, we are going to solve the case.
I noticed you didn't mention Battleship, which she's spanking you at.
Yeah, no, I did beat her a couple times.
Only because I gave you a strategy.
Anyway,
Come on.
we've been really focusing on playing family game night quite a bit, and Kevin thinks he has Battleship taken care of.
Yeah.
Can I bring my metal detector? You betcha, Dom.
Sure.
Yes, absolutely. An update on the house. I finished polying the steps. The stair treads are polyed and gorgeous. Mm-hmm. And I think I'm happy with them. I don't think I'm going to do another coat.
I like it.
I think it looks great. I finished staining the top of the steps, and I put oil on because I knew the house would be closed down for the weekend. So I'm going to try to run over there in the morning first thing and oil one more time. No, just because I know it's got to sit for 5 days. So just do a little... Just a quick, you won't even know I'm gone. Anyway, so got that done, and I planted flowers. Adeline and I, last weekend, cleaned out the flower beds and planted some flowers. So I have to run over there in the morning anyway to water them.
And she drove the cat. She drove the farm cat.
I did.
Yeah.
Yes. So when he says the farm cat, the skid loader.
Her cat. Yeah.
Kevin, I said that it would be really helpful if the skid loader was over there for me to put all the weeds in, because I'm not kidding you. It was 2 buckets full of weeds that I took over. So I was like, it'd be really nice to not have to wheelbarrow those back and forth. And he said, well, come over. And I was like, I actually don't need you to come over. I can do it by myself. And I did. Yeah. Drove it out and drove it over. And I didn't even mess up the stones too bad. I know I got them a little bit, but not bad.
No, I'll be honest with you. I didn't notice these any of the stones.
But I drove it over, and then I decided on my second load dump to try to shovel some of. I was over dumping it in with the horse poop, and I thought if I just do some of the horse manure and push it around a little bit, then I can practice using the bucket. I'm not so good at that. But we'll leave the track building to Kevin. Hey, Cody Sainer says hello. Tim says, have you moved in
Cody.
yet? No, not yet. But it's coming. It's coming.
So it's Christmas 2025.
That's right. Adeline and I have also been riding horse, and that has been fun. And I haven't talked to anybody since Easter. I could tell them quick about the horseback ride I did on Easter morning.
Oh.
I did a...
I told Holly about that. Remind me.
Oh, okay.
Holly Thomas. Yeah.
I did a very special horseback ride on Easter morning that I hope to do again. My friend Pete and I left. I woke up at 3:30. Well, Kevin and I woke up at 3:30. And
Pete's a girl.
Yes, my friend Petey, a girl, left at 4 a.m. to head for sunrise service. And what we did is we started at the base of a mountain, and I would even say the base around the corner, and rode up through the dark. I had talked to you guys about it last week about doing it, and we did it. It was really a spectacular experience. It was pitch black out when we left, and it was... Those horses can see better than you, and you have to trust them.
That's crazy.
And it's the scariest part was there was a moment where I was riding right next to an electrified high tensile fence, and he had told us that it was a cattle fence, meaning that it's higher voltage than like a horse fence would be. In beside that fence was really thick and mucky. And if you've ever rode a horse where the horse's feet are sinking down in the mud, you watch them. They're kind of doing whatever they can to get forward. And there was a moment where I'm like, I really hope they can see this fence, because it wasn't white lined. It was just a, metal.
High tensile fence.
Yeah.
That's a lot of the difference. Like our horse fence has like a plastic protector on it.
Yeah.
So it's like a little bit of a, hey, I'm here. Where that metal only high tensile fence is like a, get off of me. Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
So.
Scary.
Hey, that's it for us tonight. We want to go watch over on Dennis Brew's page for the after show. So we will go see you guys this weekend. Thank you so much for all that you do to make LCRC what it is. We cannot wait to host you again and to help you have an amazing weekend this weekend.
Looking forward
Thank
to
you
it.
so much, and we will see you at the Flashpoint season opener.
See y'all soon. Compare.
Okay, so here I am talking to the mic. Here I am talking to you. Here I am talking to the mic. Here I am talking too close to the mic. Here I am talking a little further away from the mic. Here I am over here towards the mic. Here I am towards you, not the mic.
The only real Ooh, wow. The only real difference I heard was when you were right in the mic.
Maybe because mine's forward and yours is pitched.
I don't know.
Because when you were this way, I was having a hard time hearing you.
Well, no.
Much further away.
No, I understand that, because when I'm over here, if I were over here, it would be okay. But I go from here to over here.
Mm-hmm.
So when I turn my head, I need to come over here.
Yeah, or maybe we can pitch that. Oh, good catch. Maybe we can pitch it.
No, I just have to get used to just staying in it.
Well, why can't you have it like that?
Yeah, I can. Whatever. I didn't see anybody complain about audio tonight.
No, but I'm sure Johnny will send us notes.
I don't know.
Listen, you don't